Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Myrise.
It's just going to be
in 2K24 for the Alexia Lazara story, the women's story.
Really
Today we have left behind the brutality, the darkness, the Hollywood,
it's not the best
and we've got back to our core, back to ourselves as we hit the finale.
Locales.
And we are going up against, it looks like it's going to be Bianca Belair. Just how it's going to happen is going to be a complete mystery.
If we want to stick with what's comfortable, or
at the moment, it seems as though Alexia is trying to pitch
Women's World Championship in the coolest indie
facing
arenas
Bianca
around.
in the Indies.
Japan,
So everything
Mexico,
is coming full circle. We're going to get back to our roots. We're going to take Bianca on our trip of where we come from and also fight her at the same time. She seems game. She seems up for it. Alexia obviously is up for it. Regal and Troy, not so sure.
Like a big swing. It sounds like taking advantage of every opportunity on the table. And it sounds like doing something different without being afraid to fail.
I know what you're getting
at. It's a good pitch.
And I'm not sure I like you turning my words back on me.
I'm sorry to interject, but this is ridiculous. It's unheard of. Allowing a WWE champion to defend at these underground indie shows? Untelevised? What about the advertisers?
Advertisers?
You know what?
Really?
For how much he's being annoying and this, that and the other, Troy does make a good point, and Regal say so too.
Fortunately,
with sponsors and advertisers, there are obligations and they have to be met, and I'm assuming having an untelevised match for a major WWE title would be going against those objectives and those
where to first?
Those terms that they're held to.
This is your world. I'm just the adventuring tourist who gets to hit you wherever you so choose.
But it looks like it's going to happen here. It looks like it's going to happen. And me being English, we've got to go to Club UK, right? I mean, that's probably going to be how we get Regal on board as well.
I say we make it your world to start. What if we go back to your old territory? Match 1 at Club UK.
God save the king.
Indeed. And just like that, here we are, and Belair is actually loving life at the moment in these indies, and the crowd have taken to her as well, because if she tried doing this in WWE, using the hair as a weapon in such a big way like this, she may even get disqualified. But up we go onto the shoulders, where we are used to putting people ourselves, but it's the KOD and Alexia Lazara in front of the English crowd. 1, 2, and 3 has indeed been beaten by the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. That one hurts. It wouldn't hurt Alexia, of course, but it hurt me being English that we lost on our own turf there. But Alexia loses to Bianca to start this one, so we are not starting strong. We just got to keep going.
Dear, dear, dear. That cannot have gone as you'd hoped.
Nope.
No. Everything went exactly according to my plan of getting hit in the face a bunch.
Are you regretting giving Bianca the invitation into the Indies?
Yep.
Not at all. I miss the intimacy of a smaller show, the interaction with the fans. Just didn't expect Bianca to pull the same energy from the crowd quite as easily as she did.
But she did,
Bianca
though.
got very comfortable very quickly.
Yeah, again, just like Regal said. Wow.
If she had come up in the Indies, I would have wanted her for TBD. But that's not going to stop me from beating her at our next stop.
Yeah, that's damn right.
Which raises the question. Where to next on this great tour of the world?
What options we got then? We can go to Japan. Or we can go to Los Angeles Wrestling.
Bianca
We've
played a
been
little
to
fast
Japan
and loose with the
already,
rules out there.
so we are
So at
going
our
to go
next
to
stop,
LAW.
Let's lay down the law.
I'm sorry.
Law. LAW, the Los Angeles Wrestling Promotion.
Come on, Regal.
And
Come
those
on,
are seconds
man.
of my life I shall never recover. The City of
It was
Angels
bad,
it
but
is.
come on, you had to get that surely. And here we go again, and we come to this match, and once again, Lazara is on the floor, Belair having her way in this match as we cut into it, but we're getting back to what we're good at here. We're getting back to the striking, and it seems like after all this time trying, that Alexia Lazara is allowed to fully be herself, not try and learn anything from anyone or anything else. She's just accepted who she is. She's happy with who she is, and she seems to be much more comfortable and a lot more happier, and Regal seems happier with her too. And all we got to do now is put the finishing touches, and we do that there with that big flatliner. And this time, it's Bianca Belair's time to get on our shoulders, or is it though? Belair makes a mistake there. She gets away with it though. Big knee to the back, right between the shoulder blades there from Alexia Lazara, takes down Bianca Belair, and this time she is going to be hoisted up onto the shoulders, and it is time for her to say good night as she experiences the good night knee. 1, 2, 3. It's 1-1 in this little series here, and we put Bianca back in her place. I wish we could have done that at Club UK, but it wasn't meant to be.
It appears that
But
you
here
two
we are.
will be going to a final match.
Fitting, really. Winning that championship will be even sweeter after going the full series.
Don't get cocky. No way you beating me twice in a row.
Before you two launch into a witty repartee, I have an
What?
update. I've just spoken to the suits in Stamford. They have thoughts.
Oh dear.
Well, that's never good.
Word of your genuinely marvelous matches has spread, and so has the buzz. They were insistent that the next match will be on WWE television.
Of
They want us
course.
to do the match on Raw? You promised us we could see this through in indie arenas.
Indeed I did, so I reached an agreement. We will be producing a portion of next week's Raw live from the location of your final match.
Oh, that's
Oh.
pretty cool.
Wow. Listen, I know this is a stretch, but how would you both feel about having the match at
TBD? Yes, a surprising and unexpected suggestion from you.
I feel like
Which
there's
is why I have
sarcasm there
already
from
given
Regal for
instructions
sure.
for the road crew to meet us there.
Oh wow.
Wow. It's going to be super embarrassing to lose on your home turf. But I, for one, am here for it. One idea, though.
What's that?
With everything I know about TBD, and since it's the final match, kind of seems like it should be no DQ, right?
Bianca Belair, you have no idea what you just asked for. Deal. Geneva is gonna freak.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna love that. And here we are on Raw in the TBD arena in a TBD match for the WWE Women's Championship. And Belair, as once again we are in the deep waters, is really regretting suggesting this as an idea, because she is getting absolutely dominated in this TBD arena, in this TBD rules match. Alexia is in her bag right now. Exactly how she came up is what she's doing right now, and look what we have up here at the top of the entranceway. Of course, not the ramp, but the top of the entranceway. There is a table waiting, and it is time for Alexia to set the table on fire. This is, of course, her TBD tradition. We saw her do this all the way back in episode 1, which seems quite some time ago now. And we might just get to see her do it here for the WWE Women's Championship. Belair goes through the flaming table, and that is this one just about done, I would say. The crowd here in the TBD arena are absolutely loving what they're seeing. Never did they think, surely, that they would be getting a WWE Women's title match or Raw broadcast from the TBD arena. But that is exactly where we are. I thought Alexia might have finished it there, but she's not going to. Instead, she's trying to grab the trash can, but she's having some trouble with that, it seems. And now Belair is back up. Face is bounced off the ring post though. Things not getting any better for Bianca Belair, and Alexia Lazara is just growing and growing and growing in confidence now as she absolutely launched them ring steps all the way across the ring, even though they're on the outside, to hit Bianca Belair right in the face. And Alexia Lazara is absolutely in her element, and I think we are going to see a new WWE Women's World Champion here, and that she's going to be crowned in front of her own people in the TBD arena. But just as I say that, the reversal comes back from Belair, who tries to get some offense going. Alexia ducks the clothesline though, hits Belair back with a spinning wheel kick, and Belair manages to fight it out once more, takes the knee out from Alexia Lazara, who then hits back again in the rock-solid abdominal wall of Bianca Belair. Both these women in fantastic shape, and at the moment they're just going back and forth, back and forth. No one can get anything going, except now Bianca hits Alexia with the Glam Slam on the outside of the ring. She could go for the pin there if she wanted to, but Belair wants to get this done in the ring, it feels like. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Alexia's in big trouble as Belair goes for the cover, but she doesn't even get a 1 count. Alexia Lazara is not going to be stopped tonight, it would seem, in the TBD arena, but then I might have to eat those words as Alexia is just at the KOD, but it's just a 1 count. And Belair right now, cracking the knuckles, just starting to get warmed up in this match, it seems. And the crowd are absolutely loving the action that they're seeing here. The crowd at Club UK loved it. The crowd at LAW loved it. The crowd at TBD are loving it. And I'm sure the WWE Universe, or wherever they're watching from as well. We've seen flaming tables. We've seen action outside the ring. We've seen weapons. And now we're seeing the kendo stick from Alexia Lazara, even though it was brought to the ring by Bianca Belair. Strong shot to the back. Another one to the head. Bianca Belair though stays on her feet for the first shot. She can't for the second. That kendo stick has just been broken over the knee of Bianca Belair. Now Alexia Lazara is ripping up the announce table. She's ready to take this to another level. Walks over, gets the steel stairs. Belair catching 5 in the middle of the ring, trying to get her faculties and indeed her win back. Alexia could be making a mistake letting her do that as well. Belair seems about ready to have Alexia come back into the ring, but she runs right in to a short body shot there, a sharp one. That would have hurt for sure. And Lazara launches Bianca Belair over the top rope straight to the floor. Horrible landing for the current reigning Women's World Champion. Lazara now tries to get Belair onto the table. Belair though with a timely counter, and then another one back again from Alexia Lazara. These women are leaving it all here in this TBD arena tonight for the Women's World Championship. It's been a great match so far, and it's not over yet. Here we go now. Alexia Lazara just power bombs Bianca Belair through the announce table in front of the TBD audience that are going crazy here, just loving what they're seeing. I'm sure the WWE Universe won't be used to be seeing this either. What a roundhouse kick from Alexia Lazara to put finishing touches, you would have thought, onto Bianca Belair, but Lazara seems to have other ideas here as she grows and grabs those stairs that she brought into the ring and just drops them almost recklessly across the back of the women's champion. Bianca Belair has got to dig deep and find something here, because she did have Lazara hurt at one point, but Lazara has definitely recovered and launches the steps through Bianca Belair almost, and Lazara's ready now. She's ready to put this away. She's waiting for Belair to stagger to her feet, which she does, and then she tastes that good night knee, and that is going to be that for the women's champion, or is it? Because Lazara is not done with Bianca Belair yet. She wants to make doubly sure as she hoists Belair, the women's champion, back up onto the shoulders and drops her with another good night knee. And this is your new women's champion. 1, 2, and Belair kicked out. Belair has just kicked out after everything she has been through, and she's showing right now why she's the women's champion, as she not only kicks out, she comes back up with offense as well. And still we're going, and still no closer really, it seems, to finding out who is going to be the women's champion at the end of tonight. Belair leaves it all. She goes big. Maybe a bit of desperation involved there, but she missed what she was going for. Lazara brings another table out and just cleans Belair's clock with it. Into the middle of the ring now goes that table. Lazara is going to set it up. She's not going to allow Belair to interfere either, as she just launches the table at Bianca. And Bianca is not used to this kind of match. She's not used to this kind of crowd, this kind of feeling, this kind of energy. And Alexia Lazara is taking full advantage of, you could call it home advantage in a way, because you would think that that's what it would be. You got to give props to Belair for even accepting a match like this. She did not have to. She wanted to test herself, and boy oh boy is she being tested here. Even the ref's not safe. The ref's down in this one. Big running drop kick from Belair, but Lazara stays on her feet, tries to go toe to toe with Belair, and for once I thought that somebody was going to get the better of Alexia there in the exchange of fists, but no. Alexia is having none of that. And this table, well, it may not be set on fire, but it might just be about to be put through as Lazara tries to make her way here to the middle row, and she does, and misses, and makes a huge mistake on live television in front of the audience. This time she goes to the top rope, and I think she might just find a bit more success there. She's trying to get the crowd back on her side after suffering the embarrassment of what just happened, and she Lazara drives Belair through the table, and I think we have just seen the end of Bianca Belair. Surely she can't come back again. The EST is, however, getting up though, and she gets flatlined for her troubles, and Lazara now looks to finally put Belair away. Question is, can she manage it? Can she actually put away Bianca Belair? She's going to hook the leg, the far leg, and the ref's in position, and it is 1, and it is 2, and it is 3, and we have just crowned a new WWE Women's Champion in the TBD arena. It's finally happened. Alexia has tried everything to fit in, everything to get the job done in WWE, and in the end all she just had to do was just be herself. And she's done that, and she's captured the Women's Championship in the TBD arena. It is a full circle moment. This is how we saw this Myrise start, and it's how we are gonna see it end. Alexia Lazara holding a title in the middle of the TBD arena. But wait, things are not done just yet, because in her crowning moment, Becky Lynch is gonna come out here and have a go with Alexia Lazara.
You got WWE problems? Go settle them on WWE time. Because believe me when I say, if anyone tries to interrupt my best friend's hard-won moment, it's gonna be me.
What? What? No way. No way has Geneva just turned on Alexia Lazara. And now Becky's getting involved as well. What on earth is going on here?
Thanks for coming home, Cap. It was so generous for you to put this show together.
Why?
For me. I know you think I'm slumming it around here, but you forget that I'm proud of what we built together. And I know you're used to taking the credit for everything. So I thought it was important for me to make an appearance tonight, to set the record straight. You'd be nothing without me.
Wow.
Let me be clear. I am not just some best friend side character in your hero's journey. What do you think I've been doing since you left? Sitting around and just following your career with rapt attention? You moved on. I didn't. And I've been putting everything I have into growing TBD.
Wow.
So, when Becky approached me, I was more than happy to help turn your moment into my moment. Recognize this? The contract we wrote in the diner when we first started TBD. Yeah, I had it framed. Thought it was a nice touch. Especially now. Because according to this legally binding document, you're still signed exclusively to TBD. You can't work anywhere else. You can't be champion anywhere else. And you belong to me.
I'm stunned right now.
See you next week, Cap. Don't be late.
Oh,
Well, that didn't go quite like I thought it would.
what
No,
the
it did
hell have
not.
we just witnessed?
What are we gonna do?
So some bad news about that. Geneva sent a photo of the TBD contract to legal, and the napkin checks out.
Wow.
But it's on a napkin.
Wow, wow, wow.
A legally binding napkin. You're still signed to TBD. And as long as that's the case, you can neither be WWE Women's World
How
Champion
often, though,
nor a WWE superstar.
do we see that happen?
You're not.
You've got your day
serious?
ones,
Unfortunately, I am.
and you think they're going to be
title
there
will revert
forever,
back to
and
Bianca.
then you start to
Although
do
now that
something,
she's
you
healed,
start to
Becky will have an opportunity
go
next week.
places that they're not going just because you've put the work in, and
There's
all of a
gotta
sudden
be something we can do to
they're
fight
not
this.
your friends anymore. Not unless
I wish
they
there
can
was,
hang off your
but my hands are
coattails.
tied.
You
Good
see
luck
it
out
happen
there.
so
It's
often,
been
and it is so sad
something.
when it does. And we've just literally seen that play out in front of our very eyes. And back to this, we have skipped over a lot because it was just TBD match after TBD match. It weren't really adding much to the story. Of course, we've got to know Psycho Sally, and we've came to like her. Well, I've definitely came to like her character anyway, and I thought it'd be touching to kind of tie all the things together to have this match in the series. So that's what we're doing. Unfortunately, it's Sally who's catching the bunt of things again from Alexia. This match went on for a while, but we're coming towards the end of it now. Over the barrier goes Sally onto that unprotected, hard wooden floor, and you can hear them talking trash to each other now.
Think so?
This is sad. These were all so close when it first started. Oh! It's student against tutor here, of course. And Sally, Geneva, and Alexia, they were all such good friends at the beginning of this. What is Sally doing here? Alexia's following her up. That's a big TBD sign. She's obviously not going to jump. I was going to say, because Alexia's still awake and still in this right now. This is dangerous though up here. This is really dangerous. Now look at them. They're struggling to keep their balance. Sally nearly goes flying over. Back in the day, I think Alexia may have even pushed Sally over there, but she's not doing it here. She's actually holding Psycho Sally up, gets her on the shoulders. And what's going to happen here now? Sally fights out of it, whatever they were thinking there. Scoops them over the side, maybe. I don't think they're going to be able to do this to each other, honestly. No, they are! Oh my god, off the TBD sign. Through the table. Are you kidding? It's 1, it's 2, and it is 3. And Psycho Sally has just beaten Alexia Lazara. And look at the respect between the two.
Hit her again!
It's still there.
Hit her again!
And here comes Geneva. Wow. Picking the bones there, of course. Alexia has just gone through so much.
I don't want to hear it. For someone who cares so much about taking care of the business, you're not taking care of your own right now. And you haven't been blameless in this? Seriously, stop acting like children. Figure this out.
See, this isn't storyline here. This is Psycho Sally hitting them with the realness there. And they will try and figure it out, as they've been brawling for so long now in a closed arena. Both of them getting a workout in. You can only imagine that this is how this whole thing started with these two. And where the ideas came from as they take each other out again.
Do you feel any better now? That you forced me back here?
No. And I hurt like hell.
Same.
Now that makes me feel better.
You were the one who always wanted me to try new things. Push myself harder, level up. Aren't you happy that I finally started taking real chances?
I am. I would have been happier if you'd done it sooner.
Maybe I wasn't ready yet.
Maybe I wasn't able to push you far enough.
But you did all of this, Geneva. You were the one who pushed me to the tryout, who pushed me to accept Regal's offer.
I just didn't realize what I was giving up. Who I was giving up.
Oh.
You never gave me up. Besides, I'm here now, aren't I?
Nah. You're fired.
What?
We're getting you back to where you belong. It's not going to be easy to get you back to WWE.
And I believe that is going to be WWE. She's going to try and get her back in
Extra
there.
work, another tryout, even a sincere social media play.
I'm totally kidding. Regal's been calling me every day trying to get me to release you from your contract. And I happen to know from him that Becky needs a challenger for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania.
Oh, wow.
I hate you
so
right
we've
now.
got to win it again.
Love you too. Listen, since I'm more or less the reason you're in this position in the first place.
More or less?
Okay, entirely the reason you're in this position in the first place. Okay? I'll handle all the arrangements and annoying contractual paperwork stuff for your once-in-a-lifetime surprise mystery opponent return at WrestleMania.
Wow.
That's probably going to be the
This is
last
gonna
match,
be
I would have
huge.
thought.
Thank you. You should, put the contract on a napkin.
Maybe I will.
I'm never signing anything, not
You've
even on a
had
napkin
a number of
after this.
personalities in your WWE career. What you need to decide now is how you want to return at WrestleMania.
Oh, interesting. Brutal, supernatural, Hollywood, TBD shirt, or something original. It'd be between TBD for me and something original, which would just be our stuff, just continue being to
I've
ourselves.
spent my whole career marching to the beat of my own drum, and my WrestleMania return's gonna be no different. I'll put together something new.
I respect that. Just make sure you have your gear and entrance plan all set by WrestleMania. You sure you can handle that?
Don't worry, I'll have it ready. And this time, I want you by my side.
By your side? What are you talking about?
Come with me to WWE. It's clear you can still go in the ring, or they can definitely use you backstage. You could run circles around Troy.
That is very true.
You know I'd love to. But I can't.
We both know Regal will sign you.
It's not about Regal. TBD's been growing since you left, and the co-branded WWE show pushed us even further. I belong here, promoting the next generation of wrestlers. I've got to go my own way. You go yours.
This feels worse than before. More final.
Right?
Hey, sometimes you've got to have an ending to have a new beginning, right? But that doesn't mean I won't be at WrestleMania. I'll just be in the crowd, cheering my lungs out.
Wow.
Kayla Braxton here, just hours from the official start of WrestleMania with Women's World Champion
has
Becky
been,
Lynch,
a
who still
roller
doesn't know
coaster
the
of
identity of
emotions,
her
this
mystery
finale.
opponent tonight. Becky, are you at all
It's
worried that
definitely
not
got me
being able to
invested, I know
prepare
that
for a
much.
specific opponent will leave you at a disadvantage tonight?
I know a thing or two about disadvantages, Kayla. But what I know about disadvantages are overcoming and rising above them. Case in point, after my injury at War Games, I came back better than before. Dispensed of the person responsible for that injury so hard that she had to leave WWE. And then made quick work of Bianca Belair and the Women's World Championship.
The man back
I
on
may
top.
not know who my opponent is tonight, but I know this. I'm walking out of WrestleMania WWE Women's World Champion.
We'll see if that's true.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World
I think it was cool that we got to pick between all of the personas when we come back. That was definitely a nice touch, and it kind of made it worth going through them all, honestly. Thing is, I never changed any of them, I just wanted them to be as they are. And here comes the man right now. And she's case in point about stripping everything back, just being yourself. And for those of you who've seen the documentaries and stuff, when she first came to WWE, she just wanted to keep adding more and adding more and adding more. But ironically, it was when she stripped everything back that she became the megastar as she is today, known of course as the Man. It was just the jacket and the boots, and that's it, exactly like we've seen here. And that was what got over. It wasn't having all the extra bells and whistles on everything. And Alexia seems to be walking the same path. She's tried the brutality, as we saw. She's gone to the dark side. She's gone over the top Hollywood. She's been through it all since she's been here, but she actually won the championship just being herself before it was stricken from her. And that is why we're doing nothing different for the WrestleMania entrance. She's just back on the bike, back to that nomadic, outlander type style that she came in with. We've stuck with it as much as we can all the way through. And she has honestly, as I've mentioned time and time again in the series, Alexia has struggled to fit in and do a thing. But finally, she got back to being herself after all of the creative freedom she was given, and it was then that she had her most successful period. So sticking with the theme, I mentioned it earlier in the episode, of just being yourself, that is what we're going to do for the final match here at WrestleMania. Can she knock off Becky is the question. It's one thing doing it in front of her own crowd at TBD. You see all of the people here, and she's wide-eyed at the moment as well, Lazara. It's a different pressure altogether. You got the TV cameras rolling. Thousands, like tens and tens of thousands of fans packed out into this WrestleMania arena. The titles on the line, the lights are bright, all the bells and whistles, all of the special effects, everything that comes with being big time in WWE, it is all here. No one expected her to be back, of course. Least expecting her to be back was Becky, but we are back, and well, it's going to be karma. Again, just like the men's though, this is the final match, so if Alexia goes too far, loses focus for whatever reason that she might not get it done, then that's the ending we go with, just like with the men's side of things. You won't have seen the men's yet because this is going to drop first. I didn't know that at the time, but I do now. But in the men's finale, if Will Michaels over there doesn't get the job done, he doesn't get it done. It's not like we need to try again because this is the final match. We've seen everything up to this point, so it's up to Alexia to get the job done, just like it'll be up to Will Michaels to get the job done. And low bridge there from Lynch as we are into the deeper waters of this match now. Lynch goes flying, takes a big risk there. Thankfully for her, it comes off, but this should be an interesting match. Similar styles, I would argue, between these two. Just straight ahead offense, no tactical wrestling as such between them. It is going to be a fight between the man and Alexia Lazara, and we're seeing that here now as Lazara just hangs Becky on the railing outside. But let's not forget, we might have the advantage in that Becky didn't know it was going to be us that she was facing tonight, but Becky has all of the championship advantages in her favour. So if Lazara gets counted out here, or even a double count out, Becky will keep the title, and that is how this series will end. And we're pushing our luck here for sure, as the ref's up to 7, 8 now before Lazara jumps back in the ring. 9, and well, you saw how close it was there. We do get back outside though. Lazara takes control of Lynch once more, bouncing the head off the hardest part of the ring there, that apron on the outside, and Becky's definitely going to be feeling that one, and things might just be getting a little bit worse for her here, as this time it's from shoulder height she's dropped on the edge of the ring. I've got to think that Lazara was looking for the steps there, did not quite happen, and back into the ring we go after shoving Becky into the railing. Lazara now runs around from the outside, and a running backstabber is going to keep Becky Lynch down long enough for Lazara to get over here to use these announce tables. Spanish table, American table. You see Corey, Cole and Saxton there all moving out the way, which is probably a wise decision, but Becky and Alexia, before we can have chance to use those tables, are going to once again meet in the middle of the ring. Back elbow from Lazara. Becky's got to try and stick to grappling here, because we know how good Lazara is with those hands, feet, elbows, just the striking game. And a horrible landing for Becky there as she's launched over the top rope by Lazara, and only the thin padding on the outside. It really doesn't do much. It's almost there for aesthetic purposes in a way. Here goes Lazara now. Got Becky on the table. Can she do anything with her though? Hooked onto the shoulder and powerbomb through the American announce table. That could be enough, but Lazara has got to get Becky's carcass back into the ring because of that championship advantage. Lazara thinking that of going straight back to Becky, but does eventually think about coming and breaking the referee's count. Hugely important decision there from Miss Alexia Lazara, who went for the big spinning elbow on the outside, rolled up by Lynch. We can't quite tell what is going on here. There's some kind of hold in place from Becky. Not too sure what it is. Great camera work here from the crew. Lazara manages to fight her way out. Becky still seemingly a bit wobbly on her feet, and who can blame her? But she's going to take advantage of Lazara there with that reverse DDT onto the debris of the broken announce table on the outside of the ring. And once again, Lazara here, she's trying to put on a show. Her big return and all in a championship match. Lynch, all business. She just wants to win the title. She doesn't give a crap about anything else. Or retain the title, I should say. And Lazara has got Becky up and just delivers her that horrible landing again. And Becky here is in big time trouble. No pun intended, but we will, however, take it. Here goes Lazara now, puts Becky on the table once more. Lynch in big trouble here. Up she goes. Boom, down she goes again, crashing through another announce table. And you can see the wreckage for yourselves. The tables and Becky Lynch all part of that wreckage. Possible mistake being made here though by Lazara, because for my money she should be dragging Becky back into the ring now and trying to put this one away. Instead she's playing to the crowd, and that could turn out to be a mistake, but then again it might not, as she lands the flatliner. She is one move away. She possibly could have got it done then, but we're going to make sure once and for all as Becky is hoisted onto the knees of the shoulders, of Lazara, dropped onto that knee, and it is good night Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. New champion. No, it's not a new champion. Becky does Becky things and keeps on fighting on in this match with the title on the line, and the fans in the arena are going crazy. I can't quite believe it myself. Lazara's going to refocus now. There is no way she did not think she had that there, because I thought she had it. But Becky still managing to fight on at WrestleMania. Boom, back elbow once more, and then the pump kick to the face. That could be enough. But Lazara, she's going to look for the submission. We've not seen her use this for a while, and she's going to try and tap out Becky at WrestleMania. Can she do it though? Lynch, somewhat of a submission specialist herself. We know she likes the disarmer, and she's fighting for everything she's worth here at WrestleMania. So close to tapping. She can't get to the ropes because Lazara's in the way, and Becky does tap in the end. She taps in the end, and Lazara becomes an unofficial two-time women's world champion here, and this time she's done it in front of the cameras, in front of the crowd, in front of the WWE Universe, and she is not going to get it taken away from her. You have to think that she's somewhere looking, and it looks like that she has found Geneva Rose in the crowd. Geneva said she would be there screaming her lungs out, and you've got to imagine that she's doing that just now, and I'm wondering if Regal is somewhere fist pumping and in the back of the arena as Alexia is just taking all of this in, and boy oh boy does she deserve it. She's been a bit much, a bit obnoxious at times, but when she come back down to earth, back to herself, and then she got screwed out of the title, I really felt for her, but not getting screwed out of it this time. It is done, it is dusted, and Alexia Lazara is your women's world champion. And guys, that is it. And I'm a little bit sad, I'm not gonna lie. The men's has been taken care of already, even though it's not out yet. The women's is done, and I've thoroughly enjoyed both of the men's and the women's journeys. If I had to pick a favourite, I would actually say that the women's has been far more enjoyable. There's far more to do, and I've properly enjoyed every second of it. You let me know what you thought in the comments. If you've watched both, played through both, whatever it might be, let me know which one you think was best. But more than anything, guys, thanks so much for the support on these series, both the men's and the women's. Thank you for the increased support on the channel, and I'm just truly grateful, truly humble to be able to bring you guys this stuff, knowing that you're enjoying it means so much to me. But I don't want to take much more of your time being the finale. This one was a little bit longer. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the series. There's 2K24 is nowhere near done. We are only just getting started. There are 2 universe modes on the way. A lot of one has been recorded, it's just got to be edited. The other, still brainstorming. First episode's done, but that is it. Trying to figure out where to take it. So make sure you subscribe with the notifications turned on so you don't miss any of that. I think this has been good, but I think Universe, you being able to see stuff that you don't know what's going to happen, is just going to be that much better. At least that's what I'm hoping for anyway. But until that comes out, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for your time once again. I hope to see you all back here soon. Until then, though, bye-bye.